Usually this is something I use when I have a page like this of links, where I want to share many links on the same page. On my school websites, I have this in a situation such as this, where I'm sharing student links to their own websites, and also where I'm just sharing links that we will frequently use in class. When you are in the easy editor for WordPress, the visual editor, there's not an option currently to add a table. Similarly, in Blogger, when you are editing your page with the easy editor, there's no option to add a table. So this tutorial shows how to add a table using simple HTML code for people who don't know how to code in HTML. And thankfully, both WordPress and Blogger allow us to edit in HTML. So if you're in WordPress, you want to click on the HTML tab to see the code for your page. And if you are in Blogger, you likewise want to click on the HTML tab to see the code for the page. And you just want to get underneath your existing text. So the simple bits of code that you need to add: first, some kind of code for a table border. You can copy my screen, table border equals 1. Then we're going to start the body of the table with a tbody code. And if you watch the syntax on the screen, you'll see that all of these code lines are enclosed inside triangle brackets. And then the code I write now will help build my first row, and that's a tr code. Okay, so now I'm starting my first row, and within that row I'm going to build each column. So again, I'll just write this code for as many columns as I want. I'm going to make a 3x3 table. So to show my first column, I'm going to give a TD, and then I'm going to put the text for the contents of that column. I'm going to make this a heading 4 text, but if you want it to be larger than the result you see, you can simply change this number 4 to be a 3, 2, or 1, where 1 is the largest. And I'm going to type the content. And I'm pretending like these are links to my students' websites, so I'm just going to type my students' names, and then a close tag to close that content. So I've got h4 and /h4. And now I need to close that row. So now I'm going to repeat the same code 2 more times to give each additional column. So copy and copy. I'm just going to change the name. Okay, so now I've given this row 3 columns right here on the 3 different TD lines. And now I'm going to close this row with a /tr. Okay, so this now represents 1 row of a table. And if I come over here to the compose, I can see that starting to build in. So now to add additional rows, I can actually copy and paste this whole text up to the tr. You see that it automatically generated an end of table line for me. So if I go from an open tr right here to a closed tr right here, that's a full row. I'm going to copy and then paste that code. I'm going to do that one more time. Edit, paste. And now my table is going to have 3 identical rows. To make your table larger, you simply continue to add rows, which is the tr, table row, command, or you can continue to add columns, which is the td. You do have to keep track yourself of how many columns you have. So for instance, I've put 3 columns in each row, but if I just added a 4th column to this row, then it would throw off my table. And when you come over here, you'll get a floating box. So it might be a good idea to sketch your table out on paper before actually starting to code to help yourself get the right number of names in every row. Now at the bottom you'll see that this auto-generated my closing tags, but if it doesn't do that for you, you want to end with a /t body and /table. And then in the compose section, it should be pretty easy to make these into links using the built-in tools of your blog. So I'm just going to double click on the word Aaron here, go to the link tab, and you see that I can add the URL right here. So making a table of links is not too complicated once you get the coding down. And I will attach a screenshot of table code to this blog post so that you can take and copy that code for your own site.